welcome back! I am still in the same setting as last week's video because this is actually part 2. I'm discussing the social aspect of medical school through the questions that you sent me on my Instagram account. Last week's video is right here and it's more related to the academic aspect of med school and the questions you sent in related to that aspect. And because you clicked on this video, that means you have a goal, you're one step towards achieving it, so let's go. Okay, question number 7. Do you have time for a social life? Well, no, I'm just kidding. Yes, you do have time for a social life. You just really need to know how to allocate your time. But now it's really not the time to have this, we're in the middle of a pandemic. So maybe if you can cut down on your social life, then that would be great. But yes, you can have a social life as long as you know how to manage your time. But I will be realistic, the week before the exam, I honestly doubt that you're gonna have that much time for a social life. I mean, I think you could sacrifice it just those 5 days before the exam because it's really hectic at that time. And I have another question here that's actually related, and it says, how does med school affect your social life with friends that aren't med school students? And honestly, I think your social life with those friends is the one that's affected the most, because with your medical school friends, you're all going through the same thing together. You know the amount of studying that you're getting all together. And you keep talking to each other, discussing courses or with your study buddy or whatever. So even if you have no time to talk about anything other than studying, you will be talking with these friends about studying, So with your friends that aren't really medical students, and I've heard this from medical students in year 2 and 3 and 4, most of them have had actual fights with their non-medical school friends because maybe they're not really responding to their texts a lot, or they're not really seeing each other and catching up a lot because of the amount of studying that we have. You should keep in mind that people who aren't in med school don't really know what you're going through. Okay, they have this idea that there's a lot of work during med school, but they don't really know the actual information that you have to take in. I didn't even know it before going into med school. So even though they have a broad idea and they know it's hectic, it's not really tangible to them. But I'm not gonna lie, it will be much less time than it was before, but you can still maintain it. Okay, so another question. What's your go-to study music? Oh, I like this one. I actually have 2 moods. It's either Britney Spears and the old hits, or it's really when you want to focus and you want calm music. I actually listen to Pedro playing his handpan. I'll link his YouTube channel down below because honestly his music is amazing. It's so calming. Just put it in the background and you will focus a lot because it's just so soothing, and I mean, I promise you guys, you're gonna love it. And that's it for the social aspect of medical school. I hope the answers weren't too harsh to hear, but I'm trying to be realistic and tell you about how it really is. But that does not mean at all that you can't balance between your academic life and your social life and your extracurricular life and like whatever life that you have, So yeah, and make sure you subscribe down below for more videos like this, or suggest new content for me to do. I'm all open for any suggestions, and I'll see you next week. Bye!